Hey guys, how's it going? You'll see I've already started folding because I messed up mid-tutorial again, as per usual. You'll notice I'm using duo paper today, so it's not white on either side. I'm doing that because this model has a cool color scheme. The model being this awesome samurai helmet. I think it's super cool for the details you get for how easy it is to fold. I thought it would look really nice with this two-tone paper. Just know that the white side on the diagram is going to be what's on the inside, and on these little, I don't know what they're called, and the blue side or the color side is going to be what's on the outside. So the color we start with will be what's on the inside, and the color on the bottom is what's going to be on the outside. Now, let me go ahead here, get started. I've already basically done step 1 and 2, but I will show them on camera. Step 1 is to fold both vertically and horizontally. And step 2 is to make a reference point. Now you could skip this step if you just wanted to make a dot in the middle here. But usually in origami you make your own reference point without drawing on the paper, just by folding it to a certain length and then making a small crease at the guide. Now, for step 3, I accidentally folded to the middle, but I was supposed to fold to this reference point. So let's go ahead and get that done here. Gosh, and I really, really love this duo paper. It's so nice. Oh, of course, this is by Jun Maekawa, off his book Genuine Origami. This series is not meant to replace the book, and I really, really do urge you to find a copy of the book on archive.org or buy the book yourself to follow along. That was step 3, even though I forgot to move the pieces. Next up is step 4, being we're going to flip this paper around, and then we're going to fold to the center. Let's see here. Fold this side to the center as well. Awesome. Gosh. Sorry, so sorry. I'm just creasing. I need to remember to fold through my viewfinder. It's just such an odd angle, completely directly overhead. I never do my origami like that. Okay. Next up for step 5, we are going to open this guy up right here and squash, making sure to line this line up with that edge. That overhead lighting is pretty rough for seeing creases and edges. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Honestly, shows pretty good on black. It shows better on black than it does on red. Let's go ahead here, get that done on the other side. Cat's coming. Uh-oh. Cool. Now let's go ahead and do step 6. Probably the trickiest step in this model. Really, really not as bad as the airplane at all. But basically, we're going to swivel. Now, when you're doing a swivel, it's usually because you already have a squash. And basically, a swivel is kind of like folding one of the sides of the squash in a different direction and then re-squashing after. In this case, we're going to turn this mountain fold into a valley fold, fold this flap inside the model, and then re-squash. So it looks kind of tricky in the diagram. It's really not that tricky. I'll show you like what I'm doing with my hands, and then I'm going to do it really quickly on the other side to show you that it's not a big scary step. So basically, you open up the model, reverse that fold, and then just close it back up. Nice and easy. And you know, if I were doing this myself without teaching, the way I would do it is just probably just see, I have to try to get it on camera, is like that. And that's usually easier. I'm looking at it at like a really wonky angle that I would never ever fold at. So that's why I don't know. I feel like I'm puppeting a robot, even though they're actually my hands, because I'm looking through this viewfinder. There's like a slight delay in my movements, and it's making it really odd. But I power through for y'all. Next is step 7. Step 7 being to create some pre-creases. We're going to do a water bomb base type fold later. That's what these are for. I forgot to say what the pre-creases were. I just went into doing them. We're going to fold this edge to this, and this edge to that, creating a perpendicular X here. So without ado, let me go ahead and do that on the other side. I honestly don't think you have to make the crease on this black flat, but I will anyways. Let's see here. Anytime you have paper that wants to come loose, holding it tight is usually best practice. It wouldn't mess up this model for me at all, but it definitely can mess up other models for you. Let's see here. Step 8, very simple. Flip this guy back over, and then we're going to fold this edge up so that our crease lines up with this edge in here. So I'm right hand dominant. Prefer to use my right hand. What I like to do is just like to very soft fold it, no creasing, until I find as far up as it will go. And right there, I make a hard crease. And from there, I just kind of pull the paper so that it remains as far up as it will go. So that way I can keep it aligned with this crease going on to that side. Nice. Gosh, this is gonna look so cool, guys. Awesome. Step 9, more pre-creasing. You'll notice, by the way, as you go up in difficulty, you'll go up in pre-creasing, which sucks because I find pre-creasing very boring, unfortunately. It's not my favorite thing to do at all. Let's go ahead and do this pre-crease. All of this is unnecessary if you know how to water bomb without pre-creasing, by the way. But it's a step in the book, so I will show it to you. Next up, we are going to do 10. And there was supposed to be a 0 under that 9. That's okay. We don't mind it. There we go. Step 10. Step 10. All right. Step 10, we are doing a water bomb style fold. Please look at the water bomb tutorial on my channel to know what I'm talking about. But basically, we're going to take this edge, bring them together. That will bring this edge down. It's just going to fold up in that X where those go valley at the same time. So just kind of do that kind of a motion. And that is step 10 done. Except I messed up because that's not the view the book gives you. The book gives you this view. So do it and then rotate it so that you see this, because this angle in view is necessary for step 11. All right. Let's see here. For step 11, looks scary in the book, really isn't. We're just going to open it up and squash. So you open this up. You open this up on those natural diagonals, pull them apart, and then the paper will naturally squash down. And to make sure you're all aligned, you just want to make sure this crease lines up with that crease there. Okay, let me zoom in. We're getting a little small now. All right, I prefer that camera too. Awesome. Okay. Next up, step 12. See here. Yeesh, come on. There we go, step 12. Let's go. Now we're gonna open and squash again, but we're gonna open this up. So we're gonna valley fold this edge down to that edge. Squash these triangles. Once again, making sure that that middle edge lines up the crease. Anytime you know you're looking for a symmetrical squash, you want to make sure that edge lines up with the corresponding crease. And I'm so glad the creases show up this well with the black, since it looks like we're going to be mostly black for the rest of the fold. Cool. That was step 12. Next up is step 13. We are going to do a valley fold from this point to the center. So let's go ahead and get that done. See here. I like to roll my paper up till it looks like I've got an angle that involves both points, and then I've just finalized the crease. That's how I get my most correct creases and angles. Next up, we're going to do the same on the other side. That's my cat being weird. I really hope my hand isn't blocking this most of the time. I keep forgetting to fold looking through the viewfinder. Okay, that was step 13. Next step, we're going for step 14. Step 14 is very fun. We are going to fold this red behind on that line. So just gonna take this and pinch it right there. Yup. Awesome. Just like that. It's okay if there's red showing. This is actually not the angle of this piece, you'll see. This is gonna look sweet, guys. I'm so happy that I got this paper. Very cheap on Amazon. Brand is Toyo, T-O-Y-O. I would post a link, but YouTube doesn't want me posting links yet. All right, next, for step 15, we are just gonna fold these up. We're gonna fold them to like near half, not exactly right at the center, but pretty close to it. You just kind of eyeball it. Pick an angle you like, looking like right about that. And we do that for both. Keep them at around the same angle. So something like that. Something like that, easy. Nice. Step 16. We're gonna do 16 and 17 together. The book says do one, then the other. Here, I'll do one, then the other for one. And then I'm gonna do it all in one move for the other side because that's the way I prefer it. So step 16 on its own is bisecting these two angles. So you would fold this edge up to that crease, then stop in the center here. And then on this side, fold this edge to that crease. And see how the whole model is moving? That's really annoying to fold with. And I get pre-creasing helps more precise folding, but when you get more experienced, you know that's not really necessary in all cases. So once you do that, and then 17 is folding this to the center, making sure that that moves up as it was pre-creased. But you can kind of cheat it. You can do it all in one move by folding this edge up, as I did at the start of 16, hitting the center, and then starting that same fold on this angle, and then just closing it. And just geometrically speaking, that will complete the fold for you at the correct angle. I just noticed I was looking at it with my own eyes and not through the viewfinder, so I'm not sure if you guys saw that. Let me do that again. So you want to bring it up there, basically go halfway through 16, and then put your finger in here to make sure that the paper knows to go up and fold. And when you close it on its own, the paper will create the crease for you, as it did for me here. Okay, so that was 16 and 17. We are moving on to 18. Gosh, I wish I just had my phone strapped to my skull. I'm so sorry. I know it makes it more difficult to follow along because you guys are not seeing the angle I'm seeing. I've got to fold through the viewfinder. All right, next up, so easy. We are folding that edge to the center. We're folding both edges to the center line up top. Starting to come together, guys. I love that moment when the model starts to just come together. Nice. That was actually step 19 that I just did. I guess step 18 was just looking at it. Goody. Okay, step 20 now. Step 20, we're going to open this up. Oh, spoilers. We're going to open this up, bring this flap down, and then close it back up. Oh, gosh, sorry. I keep looking at it with my own eyes and not through the viewfinder. Okay. Gonna look at it from the angle you guys get to see it. Gonna open this up, bring this flap down. There we go. Close it on up. Easy, just like that. Next up, step 21. For 21, I'm gonna fold this flap back over. Step 22. Step 22, this is more of an eyeball step, more of a step where you just kind of feel it out with your heart. About 2/3 of the way, we want to fold this about 2/3 of the way down. I'm gonna call it about here. Yep, looks good enough for me. Sorry, I'm rushing to the finished model because I just know it's gonna look so cool. This is one of the most like worth it ones in the book, guys. I love this model so much. All right. Next up, we are gonna go ahead and, oh, step 23 is just looking at it. So for 24, we're gonna flip it around and we are gonna crease these back. And I don't like to hard crease them because I prefer the look of the curls, but book says to hard crease it, so I guess I'll just kind of partially hard crease it here. I prefer how it looks when it's curled. And basically you're done at this point. The rest of the steps are just kind of telling you how to open it up. So basically just put your thumb in here, make like you're squashing it, and then really just kind of curl these around your finger to make them look nice. And I mean, look at that, guys. That is so cool. It's then saying that it should stand like this. When you're done with it, it should stand on this and this. It's okay if it doesn't. No one's gonna fault you. No one's gonna hate you. I think this is such a cool model. I love it so much. That is the video. In fact, one second. Let me see if I can get somebody on cam to demonstrate this. Nope, no cats near me. This is cool though. I like it. End of vid. Thank you for coming.